The following video contains scenes of a disturbing nature. It is not recommended for younger viewers.
You probably know these boys. They probably live in your town. Jimmy and Billy were the town pranksters. This weekend, the fair was coming to town, and all the pretty girls from town were going to be there. Poor Jimmy and Billy were sad, as they had no money to go to the fair. The boys tried to think of ways to get some money together, but they were out of ideas. That was until they saw Mrs. Crabapple walk on by. Mrs. Crabapple was rich. Her husband, Mr. Crabapple, had worked at the local meat factory, but sadly met his demise when he slipped onto the conveyor belt and was made into crab-apple sausages. When it was proven that the factory was at fault, Mrs. Crabapple got a huge payout. Mrs. Crabapple would surely have so many valuable trinkets lying around her house that she probably wouldn't even notice if a few went missing. That night, the boys snuck inside Mrs. Crabapple's house, and as they looted the hallway, as quiet as they had been, Mrs. Crabapple awoke from her slumber. The boys screamed. She was so startled, her heart came to a complete stop. The boys panicked and fled the house, taking only the trinkets they had already found. The weekend came, and Jimmy and Billy had managed to get enough money together to go to the fair. The boys decided the first thing they would do is buy themselves a delicious toffee apple from the toffee apple vendor. But as they went to pay, they realized they did not have quite enough money for that. "That's okay," said the toffee apple vendor as he gave the boys 2 free toffee apples. The toffee apples looked delicious, and Jimmy and Billy could not wait to break the glassy exterior and take a big bite. The boys bit into the apples and felt joy as the caramelized sugar broke under the pressure of their teeth. Next, they felt the juicy apples slice through their mouths. Wait, that does not sound right. The boys looked at each other's faces, only to see blood pouring from their mouths. They looked down at the toffee apples to see that the apples had been filled with rusty razor blades. They ran back over to the toffee apple vendor, but he was not there. There was, however, a note addressed to Jimmy and Billy. They opened the letter and read it. It read, "My mother was not home alone the night her heart stopped. I was there too. I hope you enjoyed your apples. I have plenty more where they came from."